Hi, I'm Kim. Thank you for visiting me today at Kim Wilson TV. The video I'm doing today is really about all of that confusion and crazy making and madness and state of total and utter discombobulation that the relationship with the narcissist has you in. Narcissistic mindfuckery can leave you so broken, so confused, so disorientated, frustrated, sad, angry. I mean, just coming unglued mentally and emotionally because it's very, very hard to make sense of what's happening to you and what they're doing to you. And in addition to what they're doing to you, I mean, it's hard enough to understand that. It's almost impossible to understand why. Most of us, I mean, I'm speaking for myself, I really loved my narc. Why he would have ever wanted to treat me that way is completely inconceivable. Sadly, and unknown to you, the narcissistic mindfuckery started way, way back in the early idealization stage of love bombing. Now, they were already stalking you, watching you, assessing your susceptibility to abuse, how subservient they could make you, and how much they could break you. Now, if you've been chosen by a narcissist, as I was, absolutely hand-selected, he had recognized in me, you know, a tremendous amount of narcissistic supply. I know now, in retrospect, absolutely why he targeted me. I was the best source of narcissistic supply he had ever had and had been absolutely and totally brainwashed by this monster. Now, after the initial idealization stage and love bombing, you're going to find that your narc has very likely moved very, very quickly to phase two, which is devaluing you. Now they need to assess, you know, really what your level of tolerance for their very, very disgusting abusive behavior is going to be. So they're summing you up with a method called gaslighting, and this is where the real mindfuckery starts. Clearly, they have an agenda. They're following it to a T. They followed it with the victim before you and the victim before them, and they're certainly going to follow this four-step path with the next victim after you. Coming to really understand that I was not in a situation of human connection. I was not in a relationship. I was a captive, hand-selected for no purpose other than to extract narcissistic supply out of me. Now, the way they do this is they start chipping away at you. Gaslighting is going to look a lot like, you don't love me, what's up with you? You're always starting things. You're crazy. You're insane. You're mental. You need help. You're bipolar. You should be on medication. No wonder you have problems in life. I mean, they just keep bombarding you with this. And when you see them doing horrendous things, lying, cheating, stealing, I mean, all this stuff that they're so notorious for, they start telling you that you're crazy, what you've seen is not real, that your mind's playing tricks on you, and after a steady bombardment, diet of steady bullshit that you're being fed, it really, really starts to break you down and make you question your own sense of morality and integrity. And they're very, very likely accusing you of the very things that they are actually doing. Now, the narcissist is going to try and whip you into a total state of utter confusion. Now, in a normal relationship, people really foster covet and nurture their partner because they want their partner to be the best that they can be. The narcissist doesn't want this. The narcissist probably targeted you because you're a really incredible, fabulous person. Now, they're never going to like that or respect that. They're going to hate and loathe that, and they're going to develop a feeling of great envy and great jealousy towards you. And they don't want to be with someone that they perceive as being better than them. So instead of them becoming better or recognizing there are some shortcomings in their character, they're going to crush you. They're going to reduce you. They're going to make you the same deplorable, broken, loathsome, self-hating person that they are. Now, this gaslighting and devaluing stage is very much like a Frankenstein movie. You've got Dr. Frankenstein, who has taken, this beautiful, fabulous, fully intact corpse, who is now going to hack it up into bits and reconfigure it into some sort of Frankenstein monster. You're being reconfigured into something that you simply were not before. Now, once your narcissistic Dr. Frankenstein has sufficiently taken you apart and turned you into God only knows what shape you're in now, they're going to start to move into the dumping stage because they don't want a partner that's a mess. They just want to make their partner a mess and then move on to the that's simple. Now, in the early dumping stages, this is a process for them. Because they are such soul-sucking monsters, they can't let one source of supply go without another source of supply. And the thing that you may have come to realize or are now just waking up to is you are never the only source of supply. They have a narc harem with exes and siblings and parents and people that they can, extract supply from. And many of these are going to have been converted to flying monkeys. Now, flying monkeys are their evildoers. My narc used to pick up these one-night stands, whip them into some frenzy, while the two of them were getting drunk in my home. And this random woman would be calling me through the night, when I was at my son's house, calling me a piece of shit. And they really, really source out flying monkeys to do their dirty work. They're truly disgusting, deplorable human beings. And in the end, you have to get out of there because the mind fuckery is never going to end. Now, when you recognize that you're in this early dumping stage and they're desperately looking for new supply, this is when you need to start to plan your exit strategy for the grand finale, and you need to make this grand finale happen. This needs to stop. Now, to really fully understand what narcissistic personality disorder is, you need to understand that you're dealing with someone who does not have an aptitude for human connection. You're also dealing with someone who is mentally ill. Unfortunately, with this type of mental illness, there's often a lot of other problems. Sex addiction, chronic masturbation, pornography, gambling, alcoholism, drug addiction, incest, and I'm not throwing the word incest out there lightly. The first sign of infidelity from my partner, who I believed actually was my life partner at the time, cheated on me the first time with his biological sister. You can imagine the struggle I had trying to understand and comprehend that. And he never confessed that to me. He confessed that to exes that he had stored in his narc harem, who ultimately turned on him because they were just so fed up with his bullshit. I still can't even get my head around it. Who does that? Now, the early realization, that my narcissist had initially cheated on me with his biological sister was mind roasting. And the fact that he had told, a member of his narc harem who was a really disgruntled flying monkey. I mean, I just couldn't understand this. So I start getting text messages from his ex telling me, ha ha, boyfriend fucks his sister. I mean, over and over again with this, your boyfriend fucks his sister. Well, I already knew that. I was absolutely sick from the knowledge of that. But the fact that another woman was texting this to me, oh God. Oh. Now, when I confronted my narcissist about this sister humping event, and it did not happen once, he had a sexual affair with his biological sister. Now, I really felt like this was something we needed to, clear the air about. It's not every day that, you know someone, let alone are in a relationship with someone who's involved in an incestuous relationship. Now, he was so offended, so absolutely offended that I would even mention this. Like, he didn't see how offended I was, that he was a sister humper. Like, he didn't get any of that. He was just mortally, I mean, the narcissistic injury that he sustained for me wanting to discuss this was crippling to him. I mean, he was absolutely incensed. I just, oh my God. Now, as a result of this first affair with his biological sister, I left. I moved out. This was simply something I could not get my head around or understand. I Oh my goodness, that was quite a time. Now, I move out, I get the hell out of there. I'm happy, I'm feeling relieved, and within no time at all, I get this call from his mother that I need to get over there because something bad has happened. Now, he cut his wrists, like he really, really badly cut his wrists. I knew I needed help with him, so my oldest son had shown up there actually prior to me getting there. And here's my son, covered in this lunatic's blood with this look on his face like, Jesus, Mom, what is happening here? And we're both slipping and sliding in his blood. Now the paramedics finally arrive. We end up at the hospital, and he's crying and sobbing in this horrible drunken state. She left me, I need you, I need you. And oh my God, I went back for 3 more years of absolute narcissistic abuse, even after the sister humping event and the wrist slashing. He just picked up where he left off. There was no stopping this maniac. Now, throughout this very common, very typical 4-step cycle, idealization, devaluing, dumping, you're now moving into the discard stage. Now, the discard looks like this. You're going through life thinking that you're part of a relationship, a couple, your lives are entangled, you've got, things on the go together, and just chop. That's it. You don't exist anymore. You are gone, as if you were never there. Absolutely replaced immediately, and it's just over in their minds because you have challenged their sensitivities. Now, this can be very painful for people, but if you really embrace this and say, oh my God, like this is my chance to go and leave and never go back. Now, they're going to try and stay in touch with you because they're going to try and work you into their narc harem now, and maybe even attempt to reduce you to, lower level secondary supply, or, whatever madness is going on in their twisted, fucked up heads. I mean, it's all bad. Get out of there. You're in a state of narcissistic mindfuckery, and the way to make it end is to leave. And I mean truly leave. Cut all your ties, block them, just absolutely wipe them from your life. There's nothing good about this person. They don't have any redeeming qualities. The mask isn't real, and what's under it is absolutely horrendous. In the end, your best option is always going to be to leave. There is no other choice. You got to get out of there, my friend. Keep yourself safe. You deserve so much better than this.